Agriculture is a way of life for many people around the world. For John, a California farmer whose family has been cultivating the same land for over a century, farming is all he's ever known. And like most California farmers, access to fresh water means everything to his business. John has seen droughts come and go, but he expressed grave concern about the current water shortage in California, rooted in poor water management and increasing water demand. When we asked John what a solution to this problem might look like, his response was simply, "I don't know what the answer is."
As a farmer dealing with water shortages, John is not alone. The devastating environmental and economic effects of growing water scarcity have recently been intensified by prolonged droughts in the world's major agricultural regions, notably California, the United States, and Queensland and New South Wales in Australia, as indicated by the darker regions on the map. Experts forecast ever-worsening water stress in these and other agricultural regions.
While John has his own water issues on the central coast of California, he recognizes that the problem of freshwater scarcity is even more dire for farmers in the Central Valley, which produces over 10% of the United States' food. He stressed to us, farmers in the Central Valley, the ones that feed us, they are the ones facing real problems. In 2014 alone, Central Valley farmers have been forced to fallow nearly 500,000 acres of productive cropland, costing the state over $2 billion and resulting in more than 100,000 lost jobs.
Introducing Irrivap systems, a sustainable economic alternative to current irrigation methods, providing direct economic benefit to farmers, their local communities, and investors. Irrivap systems supports crop production on existing farmland, creates new opportunities for agricultural development, and fosters job creation and economic growth, as well as provides a compelling opportunity for investors to participate in the growing demand for agricultural technology ventures. Our diverse team is composed of graduate students with environmental science, business, and engineering backgrounds from multiple leading universities. In developing our idea for a sustainable irrigation solution, we combined a wide range of technical expertise, namely membrane technology, solar, photovoltaics, and process design, with a detailed understanding of finance and entrepreneurial marketing. From the beginning, we were motivated by the stories of farmers in our local communities, and we are committed to bringing Irrivap systems to market. As an integrated solution for reliable fresh water, Irrivap systems provides long-term economic value and stability to farmers in water-stressed agricultural regions. More specifically, Irrivap systems allows farmers to utilize brackish water resources for agricultural irrigation without the risk of crop damage or the expense of desalination. Furthermore, our system enables more efficient use of irrigation water, eliminating overwatering and agricultural runoff. Our system operates on 100% renewable energy, reducing our carbon footprint and operating expenses. Our strategic partnerships with membrane manufacturers, academic researchers, and local and international agricultural organizations will enable us to bring the Irrivap system solution to farmers around the world. Okay, so how does this all work? The Irrivap system solution combines pervaporation membrane technology for water filtration and delivery with a solar-powered pumping and energy storage system for 100% renewable energy operation. Additionally, containment ponds will store and evaporate concentrated residual water from the membranes, providing an additional revenue source from recovered salt byproducts. The key technological breakthrough of Irrivap systems is our patent-pending pervaporation membranes. Under normal operation, brackish water is fed into the system and circulated through a subsurface network of tubular pervaporation membranes, which allows clean water to pass through directly to the roots while retaining greater than 99% of contaminants. Importantly, the flux of water through the membranes is mediated by the moisture content of the soil, preventing overwatering without external controls. Historically, the application of pervaporation technology for agricultural irrigation has been limited by the flux of clean water through the membrane. However, Irrivap Systems has partnered with an external academic research group that is developing novel pervaporation membranes with improved flux characteristics, and initial field tests have demonstrated the ability of the membranes to deliver sufficient water flux for plant growth. So how much will all of this cost? Irrivap Systems requires a relatively large upfront cost to farmers for the installation of capital equipment, notably subsurface membranes and photovoltaic solar panels. Although the capital costs are lower for standard drip irrigation, a continuous supply of fresh water is required, and under drought, water stress, or brackish groundwater conditions, drip systems are forced to rely on more expensive sources of fresh water, making Irrivap systems a significantly more compelling solution for irrigation. We considered the capabilities and costs associated with Irrivap systems when coming up with our target market criteria, which include regions with growing water stress and available brackish water sources, as well as crops that are high value and amenable to drip irrigation. Most of California's agricultural regions fit these criteria, and as such, California is an ideal location in which to focus our market validation strategy. Taking a closer look at the agricultural market in California, strawberries have the largest value per acre among the 5 major crops shown here, which collectively represent a third of the total annual agricultural output. Additionally, most strawberry farms rely on pumped groundwater for irrigation, and many of the coastal aquifers underlying strawberry farms have become increasingly brackish due to overdrafting. For these reasons, strawberries are a particularly compelling target crop that can directly benefit from Irrivap systems technology.
In his community on the central coast of California, John's strawberries are renowned for their sweetness and vibrant red color. John and his family depend on the success of his annual strawberry crop, which relies on fresh water for irrigation. Already looking ahead to next season, John told us, "I've already ordered new strawberry plants. Hopefully I'll have enough water to grow them. If I don't have any plants to sell, I don't make a living."
How do customers justify the capital investment in Irrivap systems technology? Take a hypothetical example of a mid-sized strawberry farm. In making this decision, they are likely to consider their direct annual operating costs, which consist mainly of loan service payments on the capital investment and maintenance contract payments to Irrivap systems. Under the assumptions shown here, and without considering water costs, Irrivap systems is slightly more expensive than conventional drip irrigation. However, when the farmer has to purchase additional water beyond his standard allocation due to water shortages, and assuming an average water transfer price of roughly $160 per acre foot, the annual cost of drip exceeds that of Irrivap systems, which allows farmers to rely entirely on brackish water for irrigation. Under drought conditions, where water transfer prices can exceed $1,000 per acre foot, as is currently the case in California and other water-stressed agricultural regions, Irrivap systems is the obvious choice for irrigation. We have a detailed market strategy to take us from our initial launch as part of the G20 Global Business Competition to international development by 2019, initially targeting strawberries in California, and eventually expanding our market reach to include other high-value crops in both developed and developing economies around the world. Continued R&D and the various stages of our market strategy will be supported by multiple rounds of funding, as detailed in the timeline here, leading to positive cash flow by 2019.
In a world of ever-increasing demand for water, global food security and the livelihood of farmers are at stake. Despite his best efforts to manage water efficiently, John recognizes that at some point in time, there won't be enough water to go around. Providing reliable access to fresh water is one of the greatest challenges of our generation, and Irrivap Systems intends to be part of the solution.